Comer starts tomorrow as Talladega County schools start on Thursday. And joining us this morning is Dan Seaborn, the 25-year band director at B.B. Comer. Dan, good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you with us today.
Yes,
You're just
sir.
coming off 2 weeks of band camp. I know that was exciting.
Yes,
How much
sir.
weight did you lose?
Well, we had a lot of heat and a lot of rain,
Yeah.
Both in the elements. But we had a good 2 weeks. Kids worked real hard despite the fact of the weather, and we got a lot done. We're feeling very excited about what we're fixing to get into with football
You got
season.
brand new band uniforms too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are very excited about our new uniform that many businesses and private contributors helped. I think there's over
Slide
75.
that hat over toward you just a little bit.
Yes,
there
sir.
you go. There you
Over
go.
75 sponsors helped us get these uniforms. In addition to our band boosters, our great parents raising money throughout the year. And we're just very excited about it that they're here. This is more than a year project. It's like a 2-year project to try to get this money raised. But we're very excited about it. When we hit our first actual home game, we have a jamboree game on the 16th. And so we probably will not be in the uniforms on that day, but we're going to be on them on our first home game, which is the 23rd, when B.B. Comer plays Wadley.
Mm-hmm.
And we're very excited about it. So I just brought it to kind of show everybody the new hat here. And if you will, I'm just going to step right back here. This is the front of the uniform that was designed. We actually had a student body design this. We had several, put a little committee together, some students and some parents to help design the new uniform. And of course it has on the sleeve, it marks that we're B.B. Comer Tigers. And then on the back we have our nice band logo.
Wow, that's great.
That you'll see as we march through
Yeah.
this year. So
75 of those.
yes, sir. 75 new uniforms that we have. And we were also able to get the color guard new uniforms as well, and our drum major new uniforms. So we're going to look good when we hit the field.
So you got 65 band members, right?
That's correct.
And do you set a theme every year for the band?
Yes, sir. We do a different theme for our show. This year's theme is Heart and Soul. We've got songs, You Give Love a Bad Name by Bon Jovi, Rolling in the Deep by Adele. We're doing Hit the Road Jack by Ray Charles, and we're closing with When a Man Loves a Woman.
Oh, yeah. Who sang that song?
That was Michael Bolton, and there's been several others that have done that.
Yeah, wow. That sounds good, and I know the band's excited about the start of the band season. And so let's go back a little bit and talk about, you're actually 28 years in band work, I think you said.
Yes,
and where did you get started?
I started in North Alabama at a school called Sulligent High School. I believe it was 1997. I started teaching there and taught there for 3 years. And many of you know John Alford. He gave me a call.
Yeah.
And I came here in 2000.
John's a good guy.
He is a great guy. And we came in, and it's just really worked out for me, and it's worked out for all the people that I work with. And I'm just proud to have been here in this community for 25 years. Great community.
People talk about the athletic teams, whether it's football or whatever, and they talk about the football players working out in the heat every day. Well, the band does the same thing.
Yes, sir. We spend many hours. We work 8 to 5 during band camp, and had an hour and a half for lunch. And
I wouldn't have come back, I don't think.
we're working 8 to 5 on music and marching and learning all our formations for the halftime show, and it's pretty intense work. And the kids, like I said, just they're high energy, and they've got that energy that maybe I don't have as an older man, but they sure do a good job.
So how much do the uniforms cost each?
This year's uniform, when we got everything that came with it, pants, hats, even a bag to keep it in, everything was $566 per
It's got
kid.
like a hang-up bag or something?
Yeah. To keep it in, to keep it protected as we travel.
Yeah.
Travel bag.
Yeah. And it did take a lot of help from the community to get this done, too.
Yes, sir. And one thing I want to say about that is when you come to the B.B. Comer games this year, we're going to have a banner that shows all the sponsors who helped us raise this money. We had it in 4 different categories of amounts you could contribute. And we had some platinum sponsors were our largest sponsors. That's over $1,000 person done that. And I want to say a real special thank you to, if I start naming names, I'm going to leave people off, but the B.B. Comer Alumni Association.
Yeah.
They really helped us out a lot with this too.
They're really good at what they do.
Yes, sir. They sure are. but many, many great businesses in our community, and I don't want to say names because I'll leave one out, but we will have that, and we're going to promote that throughout the season. When we announce the band at halftime, you're going to hear us, our bronze sponsors are, our platinum sponsors are, and we're also going to have them all listed in the football program at B.B. Comer. So,
when you talk about B.B. Comer marching sound of gold,
yes, sir.
I remember, Dan, and you were here when we had those drums that were trash cans. Remember that?
I do. I still remember those days. So yeah, we've done a variety of shows, and everybody loves the drums and marching season especially. It's so visual, you know, and sounds good. But yeah, we've done a lot of different things throughout the years, and that's when one of the more memorable events.
One of the highlights of a band's performance is the alma mater, B.B. Comer.
That's correct.
And,
yes, we've been working on that. I talked to the kids about how important that is. We play it at the end of every single game, of course, at every pep rally that we do. Just about whenever you see the band perform, we're going to end with alma mater and school pride.
Yeah. Competition. The band is in a number of competitions each year too.
Yes, sir. We haven't really developed exactly where we're going exactly this year, but we usually try to do 2 a year, and this gives kids a great opportunity to, you know, be their very best, strive to be their best, and compete against other bands and see what other bands are doing. Sometimes we just kind of get stuck in our community and we don't know what's going on out there. So when we go to those competitions, we're facing 25, 30 bands and getting to see a lot of good stuff.
Dan Seaborn, a 25-year veteran at B.B. Comer as a band director. I guess this is your silver anniversary?
I haven't really thought of it like that.
You got a little silver in your beard there, you know.
I definitely got that.
Now, not only is Dan the band director at B.B. Comer, he's recently taken a position at Sylacauga's First Baptist Church. I know you're excited about that too.
I am super excited about that. It's been very refreshing. For 28 years, I've done nothing but band, and now I get to do choir and handbells and some other things, children's stuff with the children at the church, and it's just been very, very refreshing.
And it's not new to you either.
Well, no, music's not new to me. So, but this is kind of just a new avenue. Yeah. You know, to express, and you know, one of the things I always do is just continue with music.
What's been the response there?
Oh, it's been great so far. It's very supportive. Our pastor, Rick Patrick, is just wonderful to work with. Our other staff that we have at the church is wonderful. They've been so supportive. And, you know, kudos to the choir members. We laugh, we cut up, we have a good time, and while we're rehearsing, and it's just been fun, just fun.
How do you, with all you're doing and your family too, how do you keep all those balls in the air?
It's a juggle. It's a juggle, and you know, you can't do it without a supportive wife and supportive kids, and they've been very, very supportive and understanding of the time and the commitment that it takes. And the days start early, and sometimes they end really, really late. So, so it's a full day thing.
How does a child begin the process of being a part of B.B. Comer's band program?
We start, you know, different schools do it different. Some start in the 6th grade. We actually start in the 7th grade. So I have about 25 new kids coming into the program right now, starting tomorrow, first day of school. I'll have about 25, and we'll talk to them and try them out on different instruments, and then they'll decide which one they want to play, and then we'll get those instruments and we begin teaching them from scratch. And for about a year, it's a training process. From all of 7th grade, they're just learning to play that instrument, and then we march students 8 through 12.
You talked about the instruments. How many instruments are there, and what roles do they play?
Yeah, so we have, in the marching band, of course, you basically have the sections, the woodwinds, flutes, clarinets, and saxophones, and you have the brass, which is the trumpets, trombones, baritones, tubas, and then we have, of course, our percussion line. And we also have our color guard line, which adds a lot of visual effect to what the marching band's doing. So, you know, it's a large variety of different types of instruments that you have to learn how to teach, you know, but we have great band kids. And
you have assistants that help you out, or?
I do have a band camp staff during band camp. I hired a young man from Auburn to come work with our percussion. He did a great job in getting them ready. I hired a young lady who came in from Jacksonville State University, worked with our color guard and teach them the visual. And then I usually work with the brass and woodwinds. So we kind of split it up, and then we put it all together in the end. And hopefully it works out. And
Now,
of course it did.
Who is, I'm trying to think of the title of the person who works a band during the halftime shows.
A drum major.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a new drum major this year. Her name's Alan Robinson, and she's been to Troy University to a camp to teach her some things over the summer. She took time to do that, and very excited. She's very excited about leading the band and taking on her role, and I think she's going to do a wonderful job.
You mentioned the instruments. Do y'all provide the instruments? Do the kids buy them or what?
Well, they go through a rent-to-own plan. Parents mostly buy the instruments. We have, of course, the percussion are school-owned. The band boosters help to fund those, and we have the larger instruments such as the tubas and some of the larger saxophones and baritones. We kind of we have school-owned instruments on that case.
How much do those big horns weigh? You know, those kids.
So, well, the tuba can weigh a little over 50 pounds.
Wow.
I mean, you're toting that around and you think that's dead weight. You know, it's just, you got to muscle it up. So the kids are tough, you know, they're tougher than you give them credit for sometimes. And the drums too. The drums can be, you know, a lot to tote.
Cause some back injuries, you know.
Right, and they've improved a lot of that. The carriers that they carry them with are actually approved by doctors and whatnot, and so we give them the best that we can give them. It's a lot better than it used to be. Wow. Let's put it that way.
Dan Seaborn, our guest this morning, band director at B.B. Comer. Nothing like on a Friday night as you head to a football game and you see and hear B.B. Comer's marching sound and go marching into the stadium.
Yes, sir. It's the kids' favorite time of year. It's my favorite time of year too, personally. You know, we can be proud of the concert band. I'm proud of the jazz band and all the different ensembles that we have. Very proud of those and getting in the community. But the marching band is something special. Yeah.
Dan Seaborn, our guest this morning for a couple more moments. I know school starts back tomorrow, so all hands on deck beginning on Thursday.
Yes, sir. Our staff's been at work for over a week now, getting ready, and we're very excited about getting the kids back in there and getting started.
Do you have you know, you think of the band and you think of the football team and Coach Fawcett. Do y'all have a good working relationship?
We do. I admire Coach Fawcett for what they do and his coaching staff. They work very, very hard, intense work to prepare those kids. You know, we talk about the off season, and I always respect that they're up there lifting weights and working those kids out, and it's an early grind for them too in the morning. They get started very early.
Are you ever able to just kind of bounce ideas off of each other?
Oh yeah. We talk about, you know, what's going to make the most successful thing happen on Friday nights. You know, working together with the concessions that are going on. You know, cleaning a lot of things people don't think about. You know, we got to get the lights on. We got to clean the stadium after it's all over with. You know, a lot of things that people just don't know go into it. And it takes a lot of preparation and organization and working with each other, just like
so it's going to be a long, long day on a Friday then.
Oh, yes. Fridays are longest. And traveling on those away games can be very long days.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Dan Seaborn, our guest this morning. Dan, always a pleasure. And before we go, I know you want to invite people, if they don't have a home church, to be a part and check out First Baptist and that. What's that choir director's name over there?
That's Dan Seaborn right there. But yeah, we're very proud, and we have a great choir. We have about 30 strong in the choir, and we'd love for y'all to come worship with us on Sunday mornings. We start at 11 o'clock. We have choir practice on Wednesday nights. If you love to sing, we're always welcoming new people to come sing with us. But we just love to have you there.
Yeah, I've been tuning up my voice, you think?
Come on, come on, all welcome.
One quick thing before we go this morning. I always ask guests who are over groups of individuals to share a good news story about, maybe you don't have to call a name or anything, but right. Someone who came in, you say, I don't know about this person, but they turned out to be a great instrument for your band.
Right. Well, I've had a lot of success stories. I'll just share two things real quick. I'm not, like I said, not mentioning names. We have several students who went beyond our program. I have several students that are B.B. Comer graduates that are marching in the Jacksonville State University band, Troy band, Auburn band. We've had several move on, and that's the joy for me. Is like they keep it going. You know, they've enjoyed music enough to say, I'm going to keep it going. But the other thing I want to say is kudos to the new people who are stepping into the program as rookies and freshmen who've never done this before. That can be somewhat terrifying when you're young to kind of step in with all those other people who have been doing it. And this year's group has been just on spot. So I'm very excited.
Now you guys practice after school, is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3:15 to 5 most every day. Sometimes we stretch it to 5:30. Not every day, but Tuesdays and Thursdays, those are our practice days. And then Mondays, sometimes we'll do sectionals if we have a certain group we need to just kind of iron something out with. So it's about a daily grind.
All right, sounds good. Dan, thanks for coming by this morning.
It's been an honor, and I just want to say thank you to everybody who helped get the uniforms, and we appreciate your support, and come on out and support the Tigers and the Sound of Gold this year.
All right, B.B. Comer Band Director Dan Seaborn, also the music minister at Silicaga's First Baptist Church. More Daybreak coming up right after this.